Psilocybin mushrooms are a vehicle, a catalyst for personal growth and spiritual exploration. Hey, Tom here. I want to talk with you about magic mushrooms for a moment. Psilocybin is the active ingredient. It's like a key that opens the doors of perception, and in many ways they provide not an escape from reality, but a break from reality, a reset. The overwhelming noise and information that we're subject to in our daily lives comes at us from every direction through, work and relationship and family, as well as the news and social media and our own deep-seated conditioning in our culture. And have you ever had the experience of just wanting to stop the world and take a break, to get off for a little while, and so you can recenter yourself and find your balance and get grounded once again in your life? And so that's one of the things that the psychedelic experience provides. Of course, there are risks, and it's good to take note of those risks and evaluate, what's the right path for you. But what we've discovered is the tremendous benefit. There's largely, looking at it from a medical perspective, psychedelics have been, enormously helpful in addressing issues of mental illness, stress, PTSD, anxiety, depression, these things for which, pharmaceutical drugs have really not provided, a lasting cure or remedy. And the university hospitals in the U.S. and in Europe, we've got Johns Hopkins, NYU, UCLA, Toronto, places in Europe that are studying psychedelics, psilocybin, and other psychedelics. Ayahuasca ceremonies have become very popular in South America, Peru, Costa Rica, Brazil, and it's just pointing to and underscores the value of these substances that have been taken out of the mainstream for so long, and they're making a comeback. Literally, we're seeing mushrooms everywhere, even on, household furnishings, fashion, in health foods, and that's, just the image and the food grade benefit. When it comes to the psychedelic aspect, we're seeing, a lot, big benefit for people, huge benefit. When I first started working with psilocybin mushrooms back in 2008, I wanted direct experience without interference. I wanted to have the experience of spirit coming through me, and I learned to work with these substances ceremonially, in a ceremonial setting. I developed my own practices for anchoring the experience and grounding it in my everyday life. And as a psychedelic guide and an integration coach, it's the very same thing that I do with the people that I work with. The things that I learned along the way experientially, I'm able to deliver or transmit to the folks that I work with in such a way that it's healing, transformational, and life-altering for them. If you'd like to find out more, I go into this in more detail in my blog. And, give it a read, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. Adios.